Hey folks, this is Kelani. With the first day of Gamescom over, we've got a little bit of news to share. If you weren't aware, Blizzard had an entire segment which was used for announcements for all Blizzard's IPs, so obviously that includes World of Warcraft. A lot of people were speculating everything under the sun was going to be announced or talked about, from just patch 7.3 info all the way to the next several expansions. We didn't get anything to do with expansions, sadly, so we're still a little blind in that regard, but we did get a whole bunch of information about patch 7.3. So first things first, patch 7.3 will release August 29th, so that's basically next week. If you've been following the whole 77 days hype, then this shouldn't come as a major surprise. It looks like the 11-week schedule is right on track, so some of the dates that we've been looking at in the future might actually be where we'll get 7.3.5 and future content patches. It's awesome to see the dev team is fully capable of delivering on their promises, at least so far. How can you complain about a new patch every 11 weeks? It's a great time to be playing World of Warcraft. Now, a lot of what is shown isn't really new to me, or maybe even to you, if you've been watching my videos as I've been releasing them. They went through all the major features of patch 7.3, so just for a quick recap, we'll be getting 3 new zones to explore on Argus. There's the Netherlight Crucible system being added, new casting animations for several classes, a bunch of changes to professions, changes to the way artifact knowledge works, changes to dungeon difficulty and reward scaling, the new 5-man dungeon, and a few changes to some classes and how they play. There's a bunch of other smaller pieces of content in there too. We also have a full round of patch notes for patch 7.3, so if you're curious about anything or everything coming next week, go check those out. You might have missed something. All the class changes should be detailed there too. Hopefully the notes aren't missing too much this time around. But overall, it's stuff that we've already seen. The new dungeon was available for play at Gamescom, but that's not really anything too new either, as it was available on the PTR for anyone who wanted to give it a try. We did get to see some of the cinematics that will be playing as you progress through the Argus story quests, which are fantastic as always. I don't think anyone does in-game cinematics as well as Blizzard these days, and don't even start with the actual cinematic trailers. Speaking of which, you should go check out the Hearth and Home animated short. I can't believe Blizzard has gotten this good when it comes to animation. I think if they were ever to consider taking their IPs to the big screen again, they should probably just go the animation route. They're already so good at it. But staying on topic, the cinematics are really cool and set the stage for our assault on Argus. We get to see Velen and Illidan talking about the light and whether or not it's a good idea to blindly follow it, right before they jet off to Argus in the fancy new spaceship that I assume we're all aboard. I'll provide links down below for all of the goodies so you don't have to go to any extra trouble, they're worth checking out. Note that these aren't the only cinematics that we'll have in 7.3, there's a whole bunch of holes on the PTR where in-game cinematics are going to play, all throughout the story, so the 2 or 3 that we can view right now really are just the tip of a cinematic iceberg. If you're interested in the other Blizzard news from Gamescom, there's a new map coming to Overwatch called the Junkyard, which looks like it's going to be a blast. Kel'Thuzad is joining the ranks of long-lost Warcraft villains in Heroes of the Storm, Hearthstone is going to introduce raids, which could be incredibly fun, and Diablo didn't really get any love. Now, you might be a little disappointed that Gamescom didn't have anything huge for Warcraft, but that's fine. This gave the dev team a chance to show the rest of the gaming world what's going on in World of Warcraft. We've been on the heels of every PTR patch coming out, so of course we're up to date with what's going to happen, but a large chunk of people who don't pay as much attention to the current affairs of WoW won't have a clue. Hopefully Gamescom generated enough buzz and interest to get some folks back into the game. More players is always a good thing after all. I wouldn't have expected anything big at Gamescom when we have BlizzCon coming very soon. They'll be saving all the juicy stuff for their own conventions, so we can get all properly hyped while we're surrounded by glorious news of new expansions left and right for every game we already have. And there's news of a new IP being revealed at BlizzCon, supposedly for mobile, so we'll have to see how that pans out. But that's really all the news we got at Gamescom. If you have any questions or queries, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, or hop on over to Discord. We have a server at discord.gg/Kelani. Great place to come ask questions or just hang out. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always I will see you next time.